All right, welcome to the Franchise Time Machine. So, I was so disappointed by the way our test of the Major League Farm Team game this afternoon went that I want to run it back with a different farm team. The first thing we need to do though is we need to finish this afternoon's sim. The sim is over, but we didn't get through all the postseason awards and we didn't do the pack giveaway. So we'll do that pack giveaway. At the risk of being confusing, the pack giveaway for tonight's sim is pinned to the chat. We're gonna take over a different team and see if we can do better. Uh, it was just baffling that we grabbed six different players from the Philadelphia Phillies to upgrade the 2024 Mariners, and we only won five more regular season games than the original team won. And there were some pretty significant upgrades. And I don't. You probably heard my dog growling over there. I think he's sleeping, but it's probably a dream growl. All right, let's see if we can get BREF up on here. Here's the pitching staff that really didn't need much upgrading. We replaced 223 and 8 home run hitting Ty France with Bryce Harper. That alone should be worth like 5 wins. We replaced the DH, Mitch Garver, who hit 172 and 14 home runs, with Kyle Schwarber. That should have been at least 3 to 5 wins alone. We replaced 231 and 5 home run hitting Randy Rosarena. Now, granted, that's in half a season because it was a trade. We replaced him with Brandon Marsh. That probably should have been worth at least a couple games, a couple wins. We made room for Luke Raley to come into the starting lineup over negative WAR Mitch Haniger. So that right here, that should be 3.4 wins. Yet somehow this team only won 5 more games than the actual 24 Mariners. So we're gonna try again after we do the pack giveaway for the first version of Major League Farm Team. I'm torn about whether we should wait for Ezra to come in, because if the raid train went from, so I had to raid into Nolan early tonight. I had to go to my one of my kids' science fair. Was presenting at the science fair, so I went to that. It was awesome, by the way. We were worried because we just saw them doing their project and they were mostly playing instead of working on it. And so this thing, you never know how good it is till you see all the other projects. It definitely wasn't the best, but it definitely wasn't the worst. It was pretty good. So yeah, it went very well. It was fun. Um, it's also interesting watching them. Like it was, it was our oldest daughter and one of her friends, and of course when we're helping them prepare, we're like, okay, well, how? What are you going to say at this part? Like, what when a judge comes or like a or another kid comes by and asks you about it, what are you going to say? And of course they're not taking it seriously. They're not. They won't rehearse. But then I watched them as teachers and parents and kids and judges came by, and they're doing it. They're like explaining the stuff. I'm like, okay, well, you don't like rehearsing, I guess. You did it in the spot though, so you did it. So, um, but yeah, I had to end a little early tonight. This evening, so we're gonna finish the pack giveaway from this afternoon. So let's go ahead and put that form back up. Let me dig that up first. Okay, here it is. I'm going to make a spreadsheet out of the responses from this afternoon. Got to resize some columns, so give me a minute here. We had a really good turnout this afternoon, 16 participants. All right, let me put the form up in the chat. Okay, let's see. I'm going to resize these. Perfect. Let's do a resort. Okay, the first thing we need to do, though, I just realized, is we need to go back into the save and generate the postseason awards. Oh, let me see. Let me see how this game went. I'm in round 3 of what is this? We just lost game 2, 6-5 in the bottom of the 11th, and we lost game 3. Okay, this is Daily Late Iron. We are playing Van Trees Violets. This game is fine, but this the game before was a bit of a heartbreaker because in the top of the 11th we scored a run to go ahead, and then gave up 2 in the bottom of the 11th. That's kind of brutal. All right, so let's open up this afternoon save. Sorry, I got a sneeze coming and it's not coming, so I'll give me a minute here. Okay. All right, let's go to the mailbox for our postseason awards. Great gloves. Not part of the competition, but still interesting. Zach Wheeler, a pitcher we acquired, gets us a gold glove. Very nice. Let me go back here and see. Okay, we won 90 games. That's right. 5 better than real life. Actually, what happened to the teams that we tried to nerf? Or the team we tried to nerf? What happened to the Phillies? Okay, they finished 50 and 112. So we completely destroyed the Phillies, but we only improved ourselves by 5 games. That's funny. Yeah, they did terrible. But it was definitely not a vampire effect because we did not consume their strength. Oh, sorry. Yeah, we're still on the B-Ref page. They went 50 and 112 after winning the division in real life. Wait, did they win the division? Hold on, let me go back and check. Let's see. NL East. I know the Mets were a wild card. Yes, they did. They won the division by 6 games over both the Mets and the Braves. They won 95 games. We reduced them by 45 wins, but only improved ourselves by 5 wins. That's terrible. No greater destruction of value has been seen since maybe last week. Last week's stock market. Okay. I mean, that's just a terrible. That's like the terrible just destruction of value. We took away 45 from them. We only added 5 wins to us. The rest just like are just gone. Peanut buttered across the league, I suppose. That's pretty bad. Okay. All right, reliever of the year. Normally in real life, the Mariners had a pretty good season from Munoz. His ERA is significantly higher than real life. He did still get 33 saves. But yeah, he's definitely not in the running. The pitching staff just underperformed compared to only Brian Wu did well. Probably only Brian Wu did better than real life. I would think. Kirby under 500. The rest, 4 games over 500, 4 games over 100, 6 games over 500. I don't know what happened to this team. All right, let's go to. Oh wait, so yeah, what happened with the reliever of the year? I bet we didn't even get any votes. Let's see. Yeah, no votes. Georgia Tech legend Brant Herter wins it for the tie. Came in second. I see. I got fooled here because I was talking about Brant Herter, but they're talking about second place. Mason Miller for the Athletics wins it. 2 more first place votes than Herter. Okay, Platinum Stick Awards. We didn't win a single one. Not a single Platinum Stick. Wow. That's a huge disappointment. Okay, Rookie of the Year. Colt Keith. Who won in the NL? Jackson Merrill. Sweeps it. All right, Cy Young Award. Unfortunately, I don't think we have anyone in the running. Brian Wu's probably your best chance. 17 and 6, 2.91. Almost 200 strikeouts. That's not really Cy Youngish. Scooble wins it. Oh, Brian Wu did come in third. Not bad. Zach Wheeler came in, was that seventh? All right, how about MVP candidates? Do we have any? I doubt it. Harper hit 31 bombs, but only hit 285. He led the team in home runs. Turner hit 29, hit 290. Rayleigh hit 29, hit 325. I mean, Rayleigh might have had the best season of 3, and Rayleigh stole 24 bases. Acquisition Brandon Marsh underperformed, hitting only 243. Did hit 14 bombs. Alec Baum hit 274, only hit 9 home runs. Schwarber, 23 home runs, but only a 241 batting average. So, yeah. Even Harper, I think a little, maybe underperformed a bit on the power. Turner maybe is the only one who met or exceeded expectations. But I don't think we have an MVP candidate here. We might get some points for Harper, but Kyle Tucker, Bobby Witt Jr., Aaron Judge. We are. Bryce Harper got 2 points. And that's it. Wow. That's a rough season for the team. All right. Let's now we have the information we need to do the pack giveaway. All right. Will this team finish 500 or better? Yes, that we did. Will this team make it to the playoffs? They did make it to the playoffs. Everyone got that right. Will this team make it to the World Series? We did not even make it out of the divisional series. So that takes the 16 down to 2, 4, 6, 8. Cuts it in half. So, of course, they said they will not win the World Series either. So that becomes kind of a gimme. Will someone win a Cy Young Award? No. No Cy Young Award winner, despite having a really good pitching staff. So we lose Trace Ninos and Cato Ring. We're down to 6. Will a batter win the MVP? No. Everyone wisely said no. So we still have 6 left. Now this is the last numerical, or last survivor part of the... After this, if there's still a tie, let's say for second place, then it's whoever gets the most closest answers. Okay. So let me resize the columns. All right, the answer we're looking for is 90. And Joe, 5131958. Try remembering that username. Does get it exactly right and wins the 7 packs. But that also means we have a 5-way tie right now for second place. And so we go to the new tie-breaking format. 5 of you left. Cato Ring, Weird Z99, A Different Jason, Flash, 10367, and Clay Dog. All right, whoever gets the most of these, or whoever is the closest on the most of these will win. All right, the highest WAR. On the pitching side is Brian Wu with a 4.9. On the batting side, it is 3.2. So the pitching side, for a change, outperforms the batting side. 4.9 is the answer. And Trace Ninos has already been eliminated, but they did get the closest answer. Of our remaining competitors, though, it is Cato Ring with a 5.1 guess. Now, of the remaining candidates, I'm going to color that one yellow. 1 point. All right. Batting average leader. Minimum 300 plate appearances. That leading batting average was 290 from Trey Turner. And look at this. Cato Ring, exactly 290. Amazing. It's like he had a time machine or something. Yeah, Tampa had 289. Trace Ninos had 291. All right, next up. Pitcher ERA, minimum 100 innings pitched. Bizardo led the team but didn't have enough innings at a 2.29. Brian Wu with a 2.91. 2.91. Of the people still remaining, .91. So Cato Ring is 0.11 away. I think he's the closest again. Man, he is crushing this right now. All right, home run leader. 31 by Bryce Harper. Pretty low total. Flash, I think, is the closest there with 34. All right. Regular season strikeouts by a pitcher. 240 by Logan Gilbert. 240. 242 by Starr. Oh, but Starr did not make it to that point, so we got to keep looking. It's a tie. Weirzy and Flash. But I think we'll make note of Starr being closest. All right. If Flash can get one more, that'll create a tie with Kato Ring. Highest OPS. Highest OPS. 300 plate appearances. Bryce Harper, 861. No one in the real Mariners had a OPS over 800, so that was a big improvement. 861. 861. I mean, late to hate, one away, but not in the running. 861. 861. A different Jason, .027 away. 0.17 away is Weirzy. 0.11 away is Kato Ring. I think it's Kato Ring again. I think Kato Ring has just clinched it, but let's look at the last one. Whip. Regular season whip, 100 innings pitched. That is Brian Wu again with a .92. .92. Leopard of the people, of all the people, but of the ones remaining, .92. Kato Ring again, crushing it. I think this is a well-earned second place. Not even close. So first place for Joe. And second place for Kato Ring. Okay, that's for this afternoon. Sorry, what can't you see, Tampa? Because I'm focusing on these 8 that made it to the... that made it deep into the... Oh, the last bit? Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can show that. Oh, the whip results from the edge. I see what you're saying. Okay, so let me do that. Let me shrink these down a bit more. There we go. So yeah, .092, or sorry, .92, and Kato Ring was .015 away. I believe was the closest. Yeah, Kato Ring crushed it with those numerical guesses. Very impressive. So, and you know, part of it was on the pitching side, at least, it was all Brian Wu, who's an original Mariner, and Logan Gilbert, maybe I think on the strikeouts. But yeah, this is very good for 5 out of the possible 7. And the next closest, I mean, there could be ties too, but the next closest was Flash with 2. All right, so now let's focus on our next version of this. Let's save this. And let's go. Start a new game. All right, so like I said, and it says in the forum too, that's pinned to the chat, we're going to run this back, but with a different team. And I'm going to decide what that team is. I wonder if we got a little too cute trying to find a team with 6 batters that would be upgrades instead of just like, let's just grab the best batters. No, D King, we're still deciding. We're just starting right now. The second, I was doing the results of this afternoon's, and we're about to start up tonight's. So let's do the quick start again. We can use the creator roster quick start only because it is we have to be using a team from 2024. So this is Major League Farm Team Franchise Time Machine Test version 2. I was just so frustrated and baffled by today's this afternoon's results. I wanted to run this back. I was thinking about it, when I was so my older daughter who was participating in the science fair today, she and her friend who was her partner on the science fair are having a sleepover because they have a softball game in the morning anyway together. So they rode with my wife in the car, which has 2 booster seats. And our younger daughter walked home with me. I walked my bike back and she just walked next to me. And so, of course, she wants to like walk ahead, and I'm like, that's fine, just don't cross any streets without me. So she's walking ahead, jumping around and playing around. So I had some time to think, and I'm thinking about the sim, and I'm like, what happened? How did we get so many good players that are so good that they destroyed the team we took them from? But they barely helped our team. And I was thinking maybe I was getting too precious with like squeezing every little value out of all 6 choices. And maybe first let me do the setup here. We set up the mailbox. And let's set up the manager options. And we'll save it. And 2 things we're going to do. We're going to allow trades under game settings, league settings, rules. Here, we're going to enable trading. Now, the other thing that's going to happen, we can go in editor and turn off a player's no trade clause, but the 10-5 rule we have to uncheck now because we need to roll this forward a day to enable the trading. We need to do this too so that we can force the trades we want. Now we can still force the trades without this, but unless this is unchecked and unless we undo no trade clauses, we don't get to like propose different trades and see what they say and see what it would take to make the deal work. So that's why we're going to fix that now. We're doing both, D King. We're trying to improve our lineup. Well, we're not doing so. So in Force 4 trades, and shopping spree. We want to improve our team and ideally also nerf the teams that are in our division or in our league. With this, so we're only picking one team, and with this, I think it's better to just grab the best talent than it is to worry about which team we're going to weaken. Tampa, we haven't picked the team yet. We're about to look into that right now. So now we're going to roll a day forward so everything's ready to go. So now all these changes we just made are in effect. And let's figure out what lineup we want to grab. So I was thinking, maybe I was just being too cute. Maybe we just grab a team like the Yankees and just grab their top few bats. Who cares if the back end isn't that great? Right? Because then we get Judge and Soto and even Stanton at DH. And when you're getting those three, it almost doesn't matter who else we get. In fact, the rest of their roster, at least on the batting side, not much better than what we have. And on the pitching, we don't really need to improve our pitching, but we could. I suppose we could. The other team that's like this, that maybe we just take the top talent, regardless of whether we're making the most of all 6 picks, might be the Dodgers. Because then you can go Freeman, Betts, Ohtani, Teoscar, and who cares about the rest? Even then, Max Muncy would be an upgrade. So I think let's go Dodgers. We're going to pick the Dodgers. So in the form, did I say who we're taking over yet? Yeah, I didn't say in the form, did I? Okay, that's good though, because I wanted to leave it open. So we are going to take over the Dodgers. All right, the first player we're going to call up, of course, is Shohei. No, the Phillies was from this afternoon. In fact, the form should say that this afternoon we took over the Phillies. Yeah, I'm looking at the form right now, and it's fine. Because in the form it says, we ran it with the Mariners taking over the Phillies earlier today, and we were eliminated from the ALDS. So we did not declare what team we're taking over, which is fine, which is what we wanted. So we're taking over the Dodgers now, and we're going to go ahead and take Ohtani first. Oh, right, because we're using a quick start, I did not assign myself to a team. So let's go ahead and take the Mariners job here. Okay, we're now running the Mariners. And we're going to make a trade. We're going to call up Ohtani. And who do we send down to the Los Angeles Dodgers farm team? Well, Ohtani's listed as a right fielder. We've got a left fielder, Samad Taylor, who's a half-star prospect. Let's see what Samad does in 2024 in real life. He goes 2 for 5. He hits 400. They don't have his minor league stats in here. Interesting. I did all levels. Tampa, the form doesn't say we're taking over the Phillies. The form says this afternoon we took over the Phillies. And we were eliminated from the ALDS. The form intentionally did not say what team because I didn't know what team we were going to take over. Unless I pinned the wrong form. I believe I pinned the form for episode 320. Is that right? Oh, the pin came down also. Let me put the pin back up too. Yeah, no worries, Tampa. I just want to make sure I didn't make a typo or anything in there. Oh, wait a second. The form is pinned on one of my screens. It's not pinned on the other. Oh, it's still, yeah, it's still pinned. It looks like it's still pinned. All right, so we're going to send over Samad Taylor. Or send down Samad Taylor. We're going to call up Shohei Ohtani from our farm team. The AAA Los Angeles Dodgers. The GM says you can't be serious. Well, what would you need to make it work? Oh, we have no players. All right, well, we'll just go ahead and make this happen. All right, we've got Shohei. Next up, we definitely need an upgrade at first base, so we'll take Freddie Freeman. We're going to call up Freddie Freeman, and we're going to send down Jason Vossler, a half-star first baseman. Now, how excited are they for Ohtani? Oh, I'm sure they're thrilled. In fact, I'm sure like Ichiro came back for the contract signing event, and is showing him his favorite restaurants in the international district of Seattle. In fact, there's like a Japanese comfort food restaurant. It would be like if you were living outside the U.S. and it's your favorite spot to get like mac and cheese and stuff. So there's like a Japanese like comfort food place that it's not like fancy, it's not especially good, but it was supposedly like it was like Ichiro's one of Ichiro's favorite places apparently. So I'm sure he'll show Shohei where that is. Oh, Reb Jr. If you want good Japanese food in Seattle, Maneki, Maneki. It's a little family restaurant. You got to get there not so much early, but if you don't get seated, the wait gets pretty long. And they have this seared black cod that's like a little bit sweet and a little bit bitter, but just like awesome, perfectly cooked, very like fatty piece of fish. That's really awesome. That's my favorite dish at my favorite restaurant in Seattle. That place is great. I hope it's still there. I haven't been back to. So that's one of those places I would always go when I'm in Seattle, but I haven't been for dinner time in about like 5 or 6 years. So I hope it's still there. All right. So next up, all right, we've got now we go for bets. I don't know where we're gonna play him, but we want him on the team. We'll at least send back a shortstop, so we'll go up to 2 stars here. Send up Leonardo Rivas. Oh, see, like Betts is exercising his no trade clause. Now this we can undo in editor, and we just uncheck his no trade clause. It's as if it never existed. Look at all these awards this dude has. All right, so now. Oh, if we throw in Ohtani, they'll take Rivas for bets. Nice. Yeah, we're just gonna take him straight up. Okay, now Teoscar. We definitely want that outfield bat. They won't even take Shohei for Teoscar. Interesting. Well, he's an outfielder. We'll at least send back a 1 star outfielder. We'll send back the slightly older one, Sam Haggerty. Nope, still nothing makes this work. So we got Teoscar now. And let's see. Max Muncy, I think, would be a good ad. Yeah, good power eye bat. Not bad contact either. So below average, but not terrible. So we'll go for Max Muncy. They won't even take Shohei for Muncy. Interesting. All right, I don't have a second or third baseman in reserve, but I'll send you Tyler Locklear. I already made the Heather's brother joke, but yeah, it might be the finances aren't lining up. That's true. That's true. Yeah, we are $100 million over budget. Now let's go. Let's just see where we are now. The roster. We'll just sort by talent. That'll move our acquisitions to the top. 2, 3, 4, 5. And we'll just add them to the short list. All right, so we get 6. We get one more player. We could go bat or arm. Arm is less pressing, but if we could get a good starting piece, we can move someone to the bullpen, which is what we did with Zach Wheeler earlier today. But yeah, we're running out of bats to take. I think we've taken all the good bats. We don't need Will Smith because we got the big dumper. And I'm looking down here. I don't really see anyone we really want bat-wise. That's like a clear upgrade on what we already have. So I think maybe we take Glass now and then move someone to the pen. And who are we going to send down? Our least talented relief pitcher, which might be Jonathan Diaz. Yeah, the finances are. I think D King's right. The finances are going to make this not work. So, okay. All right, we finished this process. $145 million over budget. T. Davis, I already closed that window. I will have to reopen it to email Nicolino, but maybe someone in chat remembers. But that was this afternoon. We're doing another pack giveaway for tonight, though, so you can jump in on that one. All right, let's get these lineups sorted out. First, I guess let's go ahead and deal with. Oh wait, we need to get them on the roster first. So let's see. We've got Shohei. Oh, I have to add Glass now to the short list. All right, what pitcher? So Glasnow's going in the rotation, probably for Castillo. Castillo gets bumped to the bullpen. And I think this afternoon we sent down Colin Snyder. So we'll probably do the same here. TDFs, were you in this afternoon's drawing? I wasn't sure if you were or not. Glasnow is now going to come in, and let's see first what the AI would do. I know what I would do. I would bump Castillo to the bullpen. He does. Okay, the AI does. The AI bumps Castillo to the bullpen. It is. Oh, we have a new ace. Glasnow is good enough that he's the ace of this pretty good staff. Yeah, late Tate, you were right. It was John with a bunch of numbers after it, I think. Not a regular late night community member, but so I didn't recognize the name. Okay, so yeah, this is a good acquisition then. We have a new ace. So let's see. I think what we did last time was we put we kept Munoz as the closer. When we can back up stopper. We'll have some setup, folks. We're going to have... Let's see. I think... Statistically, I know Thornton and Voth were the best relievers. But Tyson Miller has this crazy P-BABIP. If we trust P-BABIP, then it's Voth and Miller. And then Castillo. And Bizardo, I guess. And middle relief. Saucedo's a specialist. I think that's fine. Star, we were just talking about it. I already closed the forum and we can't remember. It was someone with a name like John and a bunch of numbers afterwards. All right, and then we'll have some backup closers. All right, I think that's pretty good. And then let's see. Is our starters in right order? Glass now first. Yes. I think Gilbert second. Yeah. Okay, Gilbert is second. All right. Then Wu. Yep. Then Bryce Miller, I think. And then George Kirby. Okay, I like that. Yeah, let's save this for now. Okay, now lineup-wise, we have to get our batters onto the team. So Shohei first. All right. I mean, Bliss is by far the worst bat, I think. And I don't know, if we're going to go position by position, then I think we have to bring over Muncy at that point. Actually, we have enough infielders there. I think we just bring over Shohei. That's the priority first. And then we're going to bring over Teoscar. I think Canzone is gone. And then for first base for Freeman, France is gone. I think Urias was our worst infielder, so we lose him for Muncy. I don't think it'll let you to a Shohei because he didn't pitch in 2024. We can check, but it shouldn't allow us to pitch Shohei. I know the perfect team card lets you, but it shouldn't in the base game. But let's check. Yeah, he has no pitching ratings. He has high potential because, of course, he has had good pitching seasons before, but he does not have pitching ratings in 24. Now let's see what the AI wants to do with this to figure out where we're going to put bets. We can cut Rojas, it looks like. I think Rojas is the way to go. Let's see. Or Rojas or more, as long as Betts can play shortstop, which I think he can. Yeah, he can play short, second, or right. So who do we want to cut here? Ezra Denny, thank you for the raid. Welcome in, Raiders. Ezra finally sorted out which where to save the stadiums on his computer. Oh, John Franco, by the way, sims terribly in OTP. Mets legend John Franco, now part of Ezra's 86 Giants save. I can almost guarantee you will regret that trade. Well, yeah, welcome Raiders. We did finish up this afternoon stream. Um, I had to cut it short before we gave away the packs this afternoon because I had to get to my oldest daughter's science fair. So we did that. Oh yeah, trading Aldredi for him is not. That's probably a decent trade. For you, that's probably fine. I wouldn't have given up anything of value for. The experiment was we were testing one of our community games, Major League Farm Team, where you choose any Major League team from history, and I've been itching to use some of these 2024 teams. So we chose the Mariners, who have a great pitching staff and no bats. Oh, her experiment. Her experiment was on animal poop. Different kinds of animal poop, and she and her friend worked on it together. Um, so each one had like a picture of animal poop, and then you could lift it up and read the facts about that particular kind of animal poop. One was I forget what it was, but it's like it disguises itself as animal poop, and then when its prey walks past it, it then like pounces on it and eats the prey. Of course, there was the dung beetle. Um, there's elephant poop, which they use to make paper. Um, but I thought the concept was good, where you can they had the picture and then you lift it up to see the fact, like you flip it up, and I don't know. They were mostly just like goofing around when they were working on it. So we were worried that they were gonna have like an embarrassingly bad presentation. But between my wife kind of getting them organized and helping them out a little bit, and then them actually like in the moment at the fair, the her friend's dad and I always hang out together at their softball games and stuff. So we were just kind of chatting. And we're like, oh, check it out. Like when the judges asked them questions, they actually sounded good giving their answers. So they just didn't want to rehearse. Because we were like, hey, practice on us. And like, what would you say if the judge says this? And they're just, they're just goofing around. We're like, okay, this might be a disaster. But in the moment, they were good. Yeah, they actually did know what they were doing. So it was good. But I will say the boards themselves would have been disasters if my wife hadn't stepped in. Even if they had done their part in the moment, the boards definitely would not have come together without my wife prodding them along. So, but it was good. Yeah. So yeah, so I had to cut that short. So we finished that up and gave the packs away tonight. And so the pack giveaway form for tonight's sim is in the chat. It's pinned to the chat. And so we're redoing it because I was like baffled by the results. In particular, in particular. Oh, the save. I put the save away. We're on the new save. Okay, but let me the real. Okay, let me show you the real MLB results from 2024, which you probably know. You probably know. All right, the Mariners finished 85 and 77. Right. We improved by 5 games. No, you could watch the VOD for tonight's stream to see who won this afternoon. Um, so we improved by 5 games by taking 6 players from the Phillies. The Phillies in the sim won 50 games. So we destroyed 45 wins of value on the Phillies. And we only increased our own win total by 5. That is a huge destruction of value with no one benefiting. That was an asymmetrical set of transactions. We certainly came nowhere near improving by 40 games. And the Phillies were diminished by way more than 5 games. Where the difference went, I don't know. And anyway, I was so puzzled by the results that I was like, I want to run this back. And so that's what we're doing. We're running it back. We took over the Dodgers. I thought maybe I just got too precious with like, I want all 6 of my picks to be like maximizing value. And just like, screw it. Let's just take the Dodgers, get Shohei, get Freeman, get Mookie. And, you know, it turns out I think Teoscar and Muncy are going to be big helps. So we're in the process of getting the rest of the Dodgers onto the big club before we return the Dodgers to major league status. So we can send down Moore or Rojas. Moore plays second, third, short, and left. Okay, let's send down Rojas. I think we're going to need that position flexibility of Moore. Well, yeah, Clayton, Philly wasn't even in our division, though. They just seemed to have, like, the best match of positions we needed. But in the end, I think we should have just gone with the best pure talent, which is kind of what we did here with the Dodgers. So we'll send down Rojas. We'll bring up Betts. Now let's see what the AI wants to do, and then we'll make some adjustments. Okay, let's see. I still think Rayleigh has a starting position somewhere. Especially VR. Wow, it wants to DH Mookie. And play Polanco at second. Now, granted, Mookie does not rate well as a defender. This gets back to what Smiley Face Jane was saying, where it seems like the fielding ratings seem kind of harsh in OTP26. So Polanco is versus righties is a 45, 55, 55. I'd much rather have Rayleigh's bat 50, 70, 45 in there. So we can put Rayleigh in for Polanco. Have Mookie play second. Wait, Mookie's rated for catcher too? Oh, because it's base game. You can put anyone anywhere. I forgot about that. But he is rated for second base. Yeah, he's rated 45 at second base, so that's fine. And now Rayleigh's going to be... Is Rayleigh the DH or is someone else the DH? Teoscar is a 50. Yeah, I think Rayleigh might be the DH. Now, how far up the lineup does he go? Freddie Freeman batting sixth, really? Hmm. Yeah, how many wins will the Dodgers have if you force Mookie to learn catcher during the season? That's a good experiment, Star. Let's see. We'll move Shohei to two. We'll have Freddie bat third. Do I like Muncy or Raley better? Muncy's better on base percentage with the eye, but I like the contact power. I mean, it's only five more contact, but yeah, so maybe it is Muncy. Leo. I think this is all right. This kind of works. All right, and then versus lefties. Dylan Moore leading off. Oh, he does have good eye, actually. Good contact eye. Okay, yeah. I'm convinced. That's interesting. Okay. But he's bench versus righties, huh? Oh, he's DHing. Interesting. Okay. I would like to get Haniger's bat in there versus lefties. But maybe there's nowhere to put him. Teoscar and Julio are definitely starters in the outfield. That's his Shohei. Mookie's already playing second in this lineup. Muncy actually has a decent profile versus lefties. Actually has more power versus lefties, which is kind of surprising. I think, again, I want Shohei moving up to two here. Maybe we let Mookie hit. Oops. Maybe we let Mookie hit second. Okay, I kind of like that. That looks good. All right, who's going to have the green light to steal? Shohei for sure. What's his base running? 65. Hey, Kitty Poo Poo and Flying WV. We're rerunning the historical game from this afternoon, but with a different farm team. And there's a pack giveaway form in the pin to the chat if you want to play. So Shohei looks good. We'll let Dylan Moore run. Not as strong of a green light, but he can still run. We'll let him go. Then we got a bunch of 70 steal guys. I'm not convinced that we should let them go. I think one thing we learned from that stealing experiment was if you let your elite guys steal and they're worth it. But the other guys, the outs might not be worth the extra bases. But Betts, I mean, these guys are all 70 steal. That's pretty good. I mean, maybe let's just put them like one notch above the middle. I'm okay with that. Betts, Rodriguez. don't know about these guys. I'm going to leave them. Okay. All right. And then we'll go to strategy. We'll run sabermetric. Oh, Mookie's playing second again. Claydog, congrats on the semis and late bronze again. Any chance one of my teams is still alive in that? I've actually made some good runs in late bronze, but maybe not tonight. I think I even won it in the last week. I'll have to check. Okay, the depth chart looks okay. I think we're pretty close to letting this go. Yeah, all right, let's do a save. And let's save this as a quick start in case we want to revisit this and run it. Okay, so I do not have a team alive. Thank you for checking, Claydog. I appreciate that. All right, so let's go ahead and how are we on ads? Okay, there are going to be ads in 24 minutes, which I think will be during the sim. So let's do a 3-minute ad break. It'll give me a chance to refill my water. It'll give people a chance to finish filling out their forms now that they know what the team looks like. And then we won't get interrupted during the sim. So good luck, everybody. I'll see you in a few minutes. Oh, hold on a second. I just realized I can't see when the ads are over. Let me get my tablet running Twitch. So I can see when the ad roll is done. Okay. All right. Good luck, everybody. All right. I think we're back from the Admiral. If it even fired. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to close the form unless anyone is about to hit submit. I'm not hearing any objections, so. Star just swept the Purple Cobras in OOTP and Chill. Very nice. Ooh, the current period leader in Daily Draft. Nice. Took them out, huh? Swept them, no less. All right. I'm not hearing any objections, so I'm going to go ahead and close this form. Let's take a look at the guesses. There are 10 of you in the pack giveaway tonight. Good luck. All right, will this team finish with a 500 or better regular season record? That's all of you. Everyone thinks they'll make the playoffs. 80% think they'll make it to the World Series. 60% think they'll win the World Series. Not a lot of confidence in the Cy Young Award coming for this team. Not even with Glass now with lots of run support, but all right. But there is pretty high confidence that an MVP will come from this team. No doubt boosted by Shohei's presence. All right. I don't think that team needs to upgrade pitching D King. That's a pretty good pitching team. Although you're right, though, there are not Cy Young Award candidates on that team, but it is a very solid modern era pitching staff. Especially with injuries turned off. That's the big thing. All right, so let's go in and sim to opening day so we can get the preseason predictions. All right, let's see what the AI thinks. The AI overestimated the wins this afternoon by 8. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to turn off trades. Let's see if trades were made. We can go back to the save if they were made. Okay, the Orioles made a trade. Okay, let's go back. Let's go back to... Yeah, March. We can go back to March 16th. Okay, so let's see. Does it have our lineups? It does. Does it have our pitching staff? It does. Does it have our strategy? Sabermetric. Yes, it does. Okay, so then let's go ahead and turn the trades off. And I think that's the only change we needed to make. Okay, now let's go to opening day. Oh, you know what? We may have lost. Did we keep the mailbox things? It did. Did it keep our player strategies for, like, Shohei? It did, yeah. Okay, nice. All right, so we turn trading off. Now let's save it again. And now let's go to opening day. Oh, wait, we're already at opening. Wait, that means... That means the trade still happened. Let's go back to load game. Oh, it must have saved over it. Okay. So that's why we have the quick start. The only problem is you have to save it as a new file name. We'll just name it version 2A. I don't want to name it version 3 because we're not changing anything else. Ezra is saying, trust me, it's hard to get to opening day. I was listening to that as I was getting ready to stream. That was pretty funny, Ezra. Amazing. Okay, commissioner mode. Gonna be fired. We're taking over the Mariners. Hopefully it has all of our stuff in here still. Yep. Let's check Shohei's strategy. Oh, we lost our strategies. Okay. That's not too bad, though. Did it keep our lineup? Yeah, Rayleigh's at DH. Betts at second. Yeah, okay. So the only thing is we lost... We lost these. Who else did I change? I changed that for Shohei. I changed it for...
Why do you keep following me around?
Dylan Moore. Nim Cross, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. So Dylan Moore strategy, we're going to boost his stealing a bit. And the only other one I think we... actually, I wouldn't mind boosting Crawford's too. Okay, I think that's all right. Now we have to go turn off trades. Since we did a quick start, we do lose the mailbox settings. So we have to set those back up again. Manager options, de facto do not disturb without giving the AI too much control. That looks correct. That looks correct. Okay, that's saved. And I think now it's safe to sim to... You're studying with Twitch in the background, so you didn't get to talk about your trip to the Astrodome in 85. Well, I think you should save that story for the next... let's see, Ezra's off on Saturdays, so he'll be back on Sunday. And I will be watching. So, Star, let's... Please tell Ezra that story on Sunday. All right, simming the opening day. Making sure there's not... No trades this time. Yep, no trades this time. Good, good, good. All right. All right. What does the AI think? Now, again, the AI gets 98 wins for the Mariners this afternoon. We had 90. Ooh, 118 wins this time instead of 98. Yeah, the cascade of unintended consequences in that story was amazing. It's too bright inside, so they have to paint over the windows. Now it's too dark for the grass, so they have to paint the dirt. Amazing. Okay, so I think we're good. Let's screenshot this. Top hitters. Just Shohei. Oh, Shohei and Betts. No Freddie Freeman. No Teoscar. No one else. Just Shohei and Betts. Top pitchers: Gilbert, Miller, and Glasnow. All right. Yeah, I think we're ready to go, right? Yeah. All right. Let's sim to the first of our games. And let's just catch up here on the scores view. And hide scores and quick play. Let's watch this team in action with our six players called up before the start of the season. All right, bottom of the first after a scoreless top of the first. Betts on third. No outs for Shohei with a full count. Bloops it in a right field. That's going to drop in for a base hit. It gets to the wall, even though it looked like it stayed in front of the outfielder, but it got to the wall for a double. The AI take us all the way to the bottom of the fifth. We've scored 4 runs, 2 in the first, 1 in the second, 1 in the third. Bottom of the fifth, Luke Raley. No one on, 2 outs. And that's a bomb, opposite field to deep left field. All right, bottom of the sixth, Shohei. 1 out, 2-2 count. No one on. Oh, wait, that is definitely gone. Deep right center field. 421 feet. Top of the ninth, 2 out, 2-2 count. Duran on third. Ref Snyder goes down on strikes. Saucedo with the strikeout. Glad we kept him. 6-0, 3-hit shutout of the Red Sox. Shohei goes 4 for 5 with a double and a home run. Glasnow went 7. Did give up those 3 hits. No earned, 2 walks, 8 strikeouts. Who in the bullpen kept the game hit, kept the 3-hitter going? Castillo, who was moved into the bullpen out of the rotation, 1 2/3. Did give up 3 walks, but no hits. And then Salcedo comes in for the last out. Very nice, very nice. All right, let's. It's a short month, so let's go to the end of the month. 3-0, much better start even than last time. Shohei Player of the Week, 6 consecutive strikeouts by Gilbert. And let's do the month of March. Yeah, this team is doing much better than the last one. Part of the lesson is don't get too cute. Don't let perfect get in the way of good. But also, I think part of the lesson is just take Shohei. Just take Shohei. It's not that complicated. Just take Shohei. 22-8, 733 win percentage. Shohei leading the league in home runs, RBI, stolen bases. Jeez, this dude. Freddie Freeman working on a 22-game hitting streak. No one on the leaderboards on the pitching side, though. That's interesting. I thought with this good of a staff, we had some offense that they would really take off, but. All right, let's do the month of May. We've dropped below 700, but still playing pretty well. 9-game run streak by Teoscar, 10-game run streak by Shohei, 25-game hitting streak by Freddie Freeman. And we're not at the end of the month yet. The owner decided to interrupt us. So we'll keep going to the end of May. Pitcher of the month, Gilbert. Let's look up. Let's see what that looks like. Where is it? Oh, AL's premier pitcher. 4-0 in 6 starts that month, 39 strikeouts in 43 innings, 187 opponent batting average. All right, let's sim to the end of June. Seems like we're settling in to be about a 650 win percentage team. Are leading the major with 57 wins, 1 win ahead of the Padres. You know, despite everything we took for them, the Dodgers are still 40-45. That's pretty impressive. All right, we'll sim to the All-Star break. Shohei got the most All-Star votes. Very nice. Sim one more day to get to the All-Star break. Okay, we are 64-34, a 653 win percentage. We do have the most wins in the majors, 1 ahead of the Padres. And let's check out the All-Star voting. No one at catcher. Freddie Freeman at first base. Mookie Betts at second. Max Muncy at third in voting. No one at shortstop. No one in left. Julio Rodriguez second in center field. Shohei led all vote getters in right field. Glass now third in voting at starting pitcher. Brian Wu fourth in voting. And no one in the bullpen. So this is interesting. For some reason, the AI is pretty good at voting for pitchers that are just kind of moved around the league. But when you import them, it doesn't seem to work at all. Implicitly me, first time chatter, welcome in. You're a football manager player. I used to play some football manager. Really liked it. I played the version on the tablet, and I like that quite a bit. But I'm the only baseball sim player right now on Twitch. Okay. Oh, and you're a Mariners fan. Yeah. So we have a bunch of different games we play on the stream with historical teams. And tonight we're playing Major League Farm Team, where we pick one team, turn them into our farm team for a day. We can call up 6 of their players. We send down 6 of our players, and then we return them to the majors. So we picked the Dodgers, and it's been serving us pretty well. Another fun one we play is Force 4 Trades, where you pick any 4 teams in your season and make them trade you any player of your choice. Clay Dog's facing a team in round 3 of OOTP and Chill. They have 14 pitchers. And their lineup is exhausted. Oh, that's interesting. All right, so yeah, let's. Glass now is 11-5, and Brian Wu, with some offense, living up to his potential, 10-3. All right, and then who's actually chosen to the All-Star team? Glass now is chosen. Wu is chosen. Freddie Freeman voted in. Mookie Betts voted in. And Shohei voted in. Yeah, Clay Dog, Football Manager, it is a great game. I liked it a lot. And it sounds like I'm a bit more of a soccer fan than you are, Clay Dog, so I did quite enjoy it. Oh, they played Gym Unknowns in round 1. Okay, that definitely helped them. Did they go seven games in the second round, and then you're facing them with, you know, almost nothing about soccer? All right, let's go to the home run contest. We've got the Mariners have Shohei in there, and that's it. And of course, Shohei gets eliminated. 16-4 by Judge. That is unacceptable. Although Mets legend Mark Vientos did advance to round 2. Let's go, Mark Vientos, round in the final against Colton Cowser, who inexplicably managed to beat Aaron Judge. And of course, Cowser wins. Yeah, but you know, losing to Judge 16-4, that was pretty brutal. All right, let's go to the All-Star game itself. We got a sim a day to do that. We're just going to quick play it. The AL did win 9-3, so let's see how our players did. Oh, a huge 8-run third inning, and then they just hung on to win. Let's see. Mookie Betts went 0 for 3. Not great. Shohei went 1 for 2 with a run and 2 RBI. And a bomb. Let's see. Who else? Freddie Freeman went 1 for 3 with a run scored. And then how is our pitching? Glasnow had the honor of starting the All-Star game. 1 inning, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. And that was it from our team. So a pretty good showing by our Mariners. All right, let's go back to the standings view. We are 64-34 coming out of the break. And let's finish the month of July. 74 and 36. Okay, we finally put some distance between the Mariners and the Padres for the best record in the majors. We're now 7 games ahead of the Padres, or 7 wins ahead of the Padres. Shohei third in home runs, third in RBI. What's Shohei batting? Batting 303, so quite a bit off the pace for batting average, but 2 legs of the Triple Crown are in sight. Logan Gilbert's climbed in at number 2 in wins. Glasnow third in strikeouts. And Munoz, original Mariner, second in saves. All right, let's finish the month of August. Yeah, we only added 6 players, so the bulk of the team is still Mariners. They still have to carry some of this weight. Yeah, so we took over the Dodgers as our farm team for one day. And we called up 6 Dodgers to the Mariners. We sent down 6 Mariners to the Dodgers. And then we returned the Dodgers to the NL West. So I shortlisted the players we brought up. We brought up oh, you know what? I didn't shortlist them in this save. Let me go. I should shortlist them. Glasnow, Freeman, Betts, Muncy, Teoscar, Shohei. Yeah, so these are the 6 players that we called up from our AAA affiliate, the Los Angeles Dodgers. Yeah, part of it was like the position needs to. Like we need an upgrade at third base. We need an upgrade in the outfield. And then there weren't too many other, very clear upgrades with the bats. But we took Glasnow, and then that let us move Castillo to the bullpen. So yeah, in this particular game, you get to pick 6 players. I do want to try this with this Mariners team. I want to try force 4 trades too. That's where you can pick 4 different teams and choose one player. Choose to make them trade you a player per team. So we can take Shohei from the Dodgers. We can take Judge from the Yankees. And then I'd have to see who else we'd want to add in here, but definitely those 2. Yeah, so let's go back to the standings. We're at 94 and 42. 6 games away from 100, and it's only September 1st. So we're in good shape here. All right, let's just sim to the end of the regular season. We have clinched a playoff spot. We're now playing 700 ball. And let's see. 16 straight quality starts by Gilbert. Yeah, Clay Dog, that's a good point. With Force 4 trades, you can cherry pick the best players, but you only get 4 of them. So it might end up being pretty close. 25-game save streak by Munoz, 4-game home run streak by Ohtani. And we have 1 more game to go before we hit the postseason. Okay, 40-40 for Ohtani. In reality, it's probably much higher than 40-40, but we'll go check that out. Glasnow gets the win title. Ohtani is the home run king. Teoscar and Betts go 20-20. Now, it said 40-40, but that's the highest award they have. What did Shohei actually do? Holy cow, Shohei went 48-107. He almost created the 50-100 club. That would be insane. I did give Shohei the green light to steal. Even though the team is running sabermetric, but I gave Shohei, I gave Betts, and I gave Dylan Moore the green light. Rayleigh and Crawford did this on their own. Yeah, 10.7 WAR for Shohei, 1063 OPS. Also, the combination of the 325 average and 48 bombs, pretty sweet. Yeah, all the acquisitions did pretty well for us. We had two, four, six, eight players in double-digit home runs. It's a good thing too. The acquisitions played well in this sim because Big Dumper only hit 217. Our leadoff hitter versus lefties only hit 217. Yeah, Garver going 201 is actually, I think, 30 points higher than he actually batted in 2024. In fact, we can check. I think he hit 173 in 2024. 172. I was off by 1 point. He hit 172 in real life. And 142 right now? Yeah, there you go. There you go. Yeah. So he's hitting out of his mind at 201. Mookie with 10 triples too. That's pretty nice. All right, let's go to the postseason. Oh yeah, so yeah, Shohei not just 40, 40, 40, 100. Yes, in his best universe, he hits 200. All right, let's go to the postseason. Everyone hits better on good teams. Yeah. All right, we'll do the playoff tree view just for the wild cards. Mets in the wild card. Let's see how they do. All right. Oh, battle of the month is Shohei. Let's go look that up. All right. The Twins win 2-1 to advance to face the Mariners. The Red Sox sweep the Yankees. They'll face the Tigers. The Mets advance 2-1 over the Braves to face the Padres. And the Giants sweep the Pirates to face Walmart or Walgreens. That's the Walgreens logo, right? All right, so let's go. I did save it, right? So we're gonna go look at Shohei's Player of the Month. In September, he had 326 with 9 home runs and 21 RBIs. Yes, there's a DH penalty in Perfect Team 2, Star. I think it only affects certain factors, though. It doesn't affect everything. And supposedly, it is less severe than the actual DH penalty that's been calculated for MLB stats. But it's based on a real phenomenon that players who play DH tend to hit worse than when they are playing in the field as well. The I guess the theory is that it's because it's like pinch hitting every time, whereas playing in the field you're engaged in the game the whole time. At least that's one of the theories I've heard. All right, so now we're gonna go to the scores view for the rest of the playoffs. All right, the Red Sox beat the Tigers 4-2. And oh, you know what? Wait, hold on. Let's switch to a 4-man rotation for the playoffs. And then Kirby, what are we gonna do with him? Let's do a stopper with him. I like that idea. 7th inning. And his secondary position will be closer. I like that. I like Kirby in a stopper role quite a bit. I think that'll be good. Okay, let's go back to the scores view. All right, we're going to quick play this. Mariners win 10-3, winning game 1. And if we get to like an elimination or clinching game, we'll go to we'll watch highlights. All right, let's finish today. The NL is going to pick up as well, game 1 for them. Walgreens wins 5-4, beating the Giants. And then the Mets, not going to Met tonight. They win 5-3 over the Padres, scoring 4 in the top of the 4th. All right, game 2 for the Red Sox and Tigers. Red Sox win 4-2, taking a 2-0 series lead. Yeah, D King, that's the one place where I think they shouldn't get a penalty. Is if they're a DH in real life, then I don't think they should get hit with that penalty. But and we got Logan Gilbert facing Joe Ryan in game 2 with the Mariners series. Ooh, the Twins win 2-1. Don't like that. All right, series tied at 1. All right, Ales on a travel day. Walgreens wins again 4-3, taking a 2-0 series lead. And the Mets gonna Met. They lose 4-3, tying that series at 1. Okay, the NL's on the travel day. AL back in action. Game 3. Red Sox win 3-1. They take a commanding 3-0 series lead. And it's the Mariners at the Twins. Brian Wu on the mound. Mariners win 12-9. Both teams scored 2 runs in the 9th inning to send it to extras. And then the Mariners scored 3 in the top of the 11th to win it. Let's see what happened in the top of the 11th there. All right, Griffin Jax was in the game for the Twins. Mookie leads it off with a single. Okay, Mookie steals. So then with the open base, they walk Shohei. Intentionally walk him. Freddie Freeman draws a walk loading the bases. Sack fly by Teoscar, scoring Shohei. A double by Max Muncy. And then a strikeout. Julio. All right. Oh, wow. That's right. With the sweep, the other AL series is done. Mets lose 6-2. So after winning the first game of the series, the Mets are now down 2-1. And the Giants win, forcing a game 4. Oh my goodness. The Mariners lose 10-8. Trading 2 runs innings in the 9th. And that series is now tied at 2 games apiece. I don't like that. All right, the AL's on a travel day. The Giants in 12 innings after The Nationals score in the top of the 12th. The Giants scored 2 to walk it off, tying that series at 2. And are the Mets going to Met? Yep, the Mets were going to Met. They lose 7-4 after winning game 1. All right, game 5. Let's watch this one. And, you know, we learned this from Smiley Face Jane. We have to turn off the achievement notifications. So uncheck that. So we don't get any spoilers. And hide scores. And oh, wait a second. Did I just play the game? Oh, no. That's an old one. Oh, yeah. Hide scores. Quick play. All right. Let's watch highlights. All right. Let's see. Top of the second after a scoreless first. Glasnow on the mound against Carlos Correa at short. 1-2 count. Runner on second. Fly ball to right. That is going to drop in. Ohtani couldn't get to it. All right. 2 runs are in. Still at the top of the second. 1 out. 2-2 count. Bases loaded for Willie Castro. Ooh, that's a huge strikeout there. Okay, 2-2 count to Jose Miranda. Can Glasnow get out of this jam? He does. He strikes his way out of it. Back-to-back strikeouts to get out of that jam. But the damage is done. They do score 2 runs. Bottom of the third, Shohei with 2 outs and a 2-1 count. Oh, that is deep to right field, and that is gone. Yeah, Seattle's already made 2 errors. We should look at the box score, see if those Minnesota runs were earned or not. All right, bottom of the 6th, still down by 1. Full count to Mookie Betts. Ground ball to short. It's a slow roller, though. He might beat it out. He does. That brings up Shohei with a 2-2 count. Line drive into the gap. That's going to be extra bases. Betts is speedy. He might be able to score on this. Nope, they hold him at third. And you know, with no outs, I'm okay with that. We got 3 chances to drive him in at least. Freddie Freeman draws the walk. Bases loaded. Teoscar Hernandez against Joe Ryan. 0-2 count. Smells like a strikeout coming. And he goes down swinging. Max Muncy. Big power eye guy. He goes down swinging. Oh, maybe they should have sent him. All right, Julio Rodriguez. 2 outs, 1-2 count. Oh, my goodness. Are you kidding me? Struck out the side. Struck out the side with the bases loaded. Unbelievable. Where is Max LP80 to see this? All right. Come on, big dumper. I know, I did run my mouth about it, didn't I? Oh, that's a fly ball to deep right center field. It is out of here. That's an original Mariner making it happen. All right, Crawford on first for Mookie Betts with 1 out. Oh, Crawford's going, and he's in safely with the steal. Runner in scoring position now for Mookie Betts with a full count. Draws the walk. That brings up Shohei. Full count. 1 out. Ground ball to third. It gets past the third baseman into the corner. Should be extra bases. There we go. 4-2. 3-run inning. Still going on. Shohei's on third for Teoscar Hernandez. Ground ball to third. It's also past the third baseman into the corner again. Shohei scores. And in with a double is Teoscar Hernandez. All right, we move to the top of the ninth. 2 outs, 2-2 count to Larnach. Gets him on the strikeout. All right. Let's unhide those scores. Now those 2 errors, did that make those 2 runs unearned? Let's see. One of the runs was unearned. We can see what happened. Let's see what inning they came in. Let's go to the game log. It might be hard to find them. Let's see, top of the second. Well, here's the first error. E6 with Carlos Santana batting. Not very smooth on the fielding. Oh, 2 errors in the same inning. E5 on Ryan Jeffers at bat. Wow, that's brutal. 2 errors in the same inning. All right, good thing we got the win there. All right, so with that, we advance to the ALCS. Nicely done. NL's going to get... Oh, wait, I forgot. NL still has to decide their series. And the Nationals win 9-2 to advance to the NLCS. All right. After 1 day of rest, it's the Red Sox at the Mariners. Mariners win 8-5. 25 hits between the 2 teams. Shohei hits 2 bombs, by the way. 3 for 4 with 2 home runs and 4 RBI. Cal Raleigh also with a big game, 3 for 4 with a double and 3 RBI. All right, the NL's going to start the NLCS in San Diego. Washington wins 2-1 in a tight one. No home runs allowed. And in game 2 of the ALCS, Brian Wu takes the mound for the Mariners. Ooh, they lose 8-5. Devers went 3 for 4 with a double and a home run. All right, that series is tied up at 1. AL on a travel day. Washington wins 11-6, taking a 2-0 series lead heading into the National League's travel day, as the AL returns to action in Boston. Red Sox wins 5-2. Oh, no. Are the Mariners going to Mariner? It's starting to feel like it. Okay, NL San Diego trying to make this a series. Let's see if they can win one here. Nope, Washington wins 10-5 on the brink of a sweep. Okay, the Mariners battle back a 5-hit shutout of the Red Sox. They win 6-0 to tie the series at 2 apiece. And let's see if the Padres can force a Game 5. They do. They win 10-5, forcing a Game 5. And the Mariners win 10-4, taking a 3-2 series lead. And that series is headed back to Seattle as well, so a little bit of an edge there. All right, Padres trying to force a Game 6, just one game at a time at this point. And they do. They win 10-1, forcing a Game 6. All right, the AL back in action as the NL takes a travel day. Whoa, 23 hits, 15-1 win against the Red Sox to advance to the World Series. Let's check out this box score. Betts 5 for 6. Ohtani 3 for 6 with 2 home runs. Ohtani 3 for 6 with 2 home runs. Freeman 1 for 5 with 2 runs scored. Teoscar 3 for 4. Muncy 3 for 5. Julio Rodriguez 3 for 6. Raleigh, the only goose egg, 0 for 6 with 3 strikeouts. Oh, sorry, that's Raley. That's Luke Raley. Cal Raleigh went 3 for 4. Did he hit a bomb? No, he just went 3 for 4, but had a run scored and 2 RBI. Wu went 8 innings of 7 hit ball, 6 strikeouts, 1 earned. And Bazardo came in for 1 clean inning. 3 strikeouts. Nice. Mookie Betts was player of the game. Despite Shohei going 3 for 6 with 2 bombs. Well, yeah, Mookie went 5 for 6. So, yeah, that's well deserved. All right, that is awesome. All right, and then the Padres now trying to force a game 7. They've been battling since falling behind 3-0. Oh my goodness, they did it. They forced a game 7 after falling behind 3-0. The Padres. Nice. All right, game 7. Nationals at San Diego. Again, this series started with the Nationals winning the first 3. Yeah, Star, we'll check out the player series. That's a good idea. Oh, but Washington finally wins another one to advance to the World Series. This is pretty crazy. Remember how poorly the Nationals simmed in OOTP25? Whenever we played Creator Roster Lowball, they were always down there in the bottom of the majors. Ooh, look at that. It took 7 runs in the top of the 9th for Washington to pull that out. Good call, Star. Yeah, bullpen blowout for sure. Let's take a look at that. So Suarez pitched 1 2/3 and gave up 7, but I'm assuming Reynolds allowed some of that to score with 1/3 of an inning pitched, and that one hit allowed. But we can't see the game score because it wasn't a human managed. It wasn't a human managed team, so we could have set it to show us those, but I'm trying to keep the file size smaller. Did Suarez go 41 pitches out of the pen? Holy cow. That sounds like a mistake. Yeah, 41 pitches, 1 2/3 in relief. That's crazy. Wow. All right, so yeah, the Nationals perennially every sim seem to be like 40 to 50 wins. In OOTP26, they have been playing very well. I mean, it is a different roster too. It's not just that it's OOTP26, but all right, let's go to the World Series. All right, here we go. Game 1 of the World Series in Seattle. Seattle hosting the World Series game. And the Mariners win 6-1. Glass now gets the win, 7 2/3, 5 hits and no walks, 1 earned and 5 strikeouts. Shohei 3 for 4 with a double and 3 runs scored. Freddie Freeman driving in 3 as well. All right. Game 2. Mariners lose 6-1, despite a home run by Freeman. 1 game apiece, headed into the travel day. right, in DC now, Brian Wu, 1-0 with a 3.63 postseason ERA, facing Mackenzie Gore. And a shutout, combined shutout by the Mariners. Wu goes 7 innings, 5 hits, no walks, and 1 strikeout. DJ Moore goes yard for the Mariners. Wow. Or wait, did I say DJ? I said DJ Moore, didn't I? Dylan Moore. DJ Moore is a wide receiver. I'm mixing up sports. Yeah, that's right. DJ Moore decided to go the Bo Jackson route, started playing baseball. All right, time for game 4. Bryce Miller on the mound, having a rough postseason, but so is Mitchell Parker. The Mariners in 10 innings win 2-1. Pitcher's duel. How did they score in the top of the 10th there? Let's check that out. Solo home run by Mookie Betts with 1 out. Nicely done. All right, Glasnow on the mound for the Mariners. Potential clinching game. Oh, the Mariners lose 3-2. Washington went up early 3-1. Gave up 1 in the 8th, but hung on to win 3-2. All right, travel day. As everyone heads back to Seattle. All right, let's watch this. Let's see if the Mariners can clinch a World Series at home. All right, Gilbert's on the mound. Top of the first, 2 outs, full count to Mets legend Jesse Winker. Line drive into center field for the base hit. That'll score 1. So the Nationals strike first, going up 1-0. But Mariners battling back in the bottom of the first. Runners on first and second for Teoscar Hernandez. And he goes down, strikes. Yeah, Clay Dog, I can't even say he's an a-hole, but at least he's our a-hole. I don't even like him, and I'm a Mets fan. All right, Freddie Freeman with 2 outs and an 0-2 count. Line drive into left field. That's a base hit. Should score at least 1. Yep, throw is not in time. Ties it up. We go to the bottom of the second. Runner on first for Dylan Moore. 2 outs and a full count. Line drive into right center field. That'll show me to call him DJ Moore. And that scores the go-ahead run. Inning continues with Mookie Betts. Fly ball into deep center field. It's off the wall. Extra bases. But we'll score another run. The lead is 2 as the Nationals come to bat in the top of the 4th. Runner on first, 0-2 count. Ground ball past the second baseman into right field for a base hit. The runner around second, headed to third. The throw is not in time. Luis Garcia Jr., 1 out, 1-2 count. Pops it up, and the second baseman comes in for the play. 2 outs. That's a big pop-up. 2 outs, 2-1 count. Because we didn't have a force play anywhere, so we needed a way to get an out without a run scoring. But that's going to score 2 runs as it bloops into left field. With 2 outs, the runners are going, so that's pretty easy for them to score. Okay, game is tied now. Bottom of the 5th. Dylan Moore at third for Shohei Ohtani. Fly ball to center field. Runner goes back to tag. It's deep enough. Should score the go-ahead run. And Dylan Moore scores. 4-3. Top of the 6th. Jesse Winker, Clay Dog's favorite player, up at bat. Wide drive into center. Over the center fielder's head. Julio was just kind of nonchalantly strolling after that one. All right. Winker on second. It's a 1-2 count. Oh my goodness, that is a blast to center field. Nationals go ahead 5-4. Bottom of the 7th, down by 1. Mookie Betts with 1 out. 2-2 count. Line drive into left, into the corner. That'll be extra bases. All right, Mookie in with a 1 out double. Brings up Shohei. Takes the strikeout. 2 outs. Full count to Teoscar Hernandez. Draws the walk. Brings up Freddie Freeman. 2 on, 2 out. 1-2 count. Line drive up the middle. Base hit. With 2 outs, runner should be going. That'll score at least 1. Ties the game. Mariners still up at bat. Julio Rodriguez. 3-1 count. Grounds it to third and unassisted for the out. But they tie the game. Nationals up. Top of the 8th. Little flare in the right field over the second baseman's head for the base hit. Leadoff single. That brings up Luis Garcia Jr. Ground ball to third. Can we turn 2? Over to second for 1. And that'll be it. Lead runner is out, but Garcia Jr. is in safely with a fielder's choice. That brings up Lane Thomas with 1 out. Oh, no. That is deep to center field. That's gone. All right, Nationals up, looking for some insurance runs. Up by 2. Robles leading it off with a 1-2 count. Line drive into right center field. That'll be extra bases. Nunez up with a full count. Still no outs. Infield is in. Past the drawn in infield. That'll score. Increasing the lead to 3. Mets legend Jesse Winker, Clay Dog's favorite player, goes deep to left center field. Oh, they are just pouring it on now. Up by 5. Shohei up, bottom of the 9th. 2 outs, 1-2 count. And he goes down looking. All right, this forces a game 7. Don't love this. Game 7 in Seattle. We're going to have a very polite riot if we lose this game. All right. Brian Wu on the mound, 2-0 with a 2.59 postseason ERA. All right. I think I do have, I do have achievements off, so we can head into the highlights without any spoilers. All right, let's see what happens. Ooh, no, this is ugly already. Top of the first, 2 men on, 1 out, 0-1 count to Clay Dog's favorite player, Jesse Winker. Oh, Clay Dog, come on. 3-run shot. Oh my goodness, we're down 7-1 in the bottom of the fourth. 2 outs, full count to big dumper with runners on first and third. It's a line drive into left field, into the corner. Should be extra bases, even for Cal Raleigh. Oh man, all the way to the ninth, still down 4. Washington at bat. Deep in the left field. That's an insurance run that we didn't need to give up. Oh, down 8, bottom of the ninth. What a brutal way to lose the World Series. Uh, 2 games in a row. We have a good batter at bat, goes down looking. Oh, man. That's a bummer. Losing to the Walgreens logo at home. All right. Let's do the postseason awards and then give away some packs. Let's save that season. I don't even want to save it. I kind of hope the computer just crashes so we have to replay that. I don't know, D King. I try to kind of wash that out of my brain so that I don't spoil it for myself heading into the pack giveaway. All right, let's see. All right, Great Glove Awards. Look at this trophy mocking us. All right, AL Great Glove Awards. We're looking for Seattle Mariners. Shohei wins the Gold Glove in right field. What? 22.1 zone rating. Wow. All right, not bad. Reliever of the year. Do we have a candidate here? How did Munoz do? Let's check out batting stats. Oh, not batting stats. Pitching stats. Sorry, my bad. Not pitching splits. Pitching stats. One in 5, 45 saves, 2.02 ERA, 0.82 WHIP. He might have a chance. You like looking at this trophy mocking us. So, in case you don't know, when it sims to the next day like that, what it shows is the last screen you're on, and the last screen we're on happened to be the tournament tree, and so the trophy did pop up. All right, let's sim to the relief of the year. We do have a chance at this one, I think. There it is again. Every time we do this, it's going to taunt us unless I change the screen we're on. All right, let's see what happened there. We did get votes, 3 first place votes, in fact, but finished 4th in the voting. Duran from Minnesota won 5-2, 35 saves, and a 1.20 ERA. 66 strikeouts and 16. Can't really begrudge that. That seems like a solid vote. All right, next up we'll go to Platinum Stick Awards. There it is again, the trophy. All right, Mookie Betts at second base, 284, 21 home runs, 56 steals. And Shohei in right field, 325, 48 home runs, 107 steals. 138 runs and 138 RBI. 10.9 WAR. All right, next up, Rookie of the Year. I don't know that we have any candidates for this. Colt Keith wins it unanimously. He had 312 with 17 home runs. Sounds pretty well deserved. All right, Cy Young Award. Who are our candidates? Gilbert went 20-4 with 227 strikeouts, 3.08 ERA. Glasnow 21-6 with 270 strikeouts to the 3.16 ERA, sub 1 WHIP. And then Bryce Miller, I guess, 19-6, 3.33. And Brian Wu, 16-7, 180 strikeouts, 3.15. I think we're going to have a bunch of players in the top 5 or 6, but I don't think we're going to win it. But let's find out. Oh, Scooble. Forgot about Scooble. 15-6 of the 2.85. Not a really dominating season. But he did strike out 261 and 233 and 2/3. Glasnow did get 6 first place votes. Pretty decent showing. But no Cy Young Award for this team. Pretty close, though. All right, MVP. I mean, Shohei is probably your best bet, right? 48 bombs, 325 average, 100 steals. Let's find out what happens. Oh, yeah, how did Judge do? I don't know. I think we're about to find out. Shohei, 28 first place votes. Judge gets the other 2. Judge hit 48 bombs, same as Shohei. Hit 312, 13 points behind Shohei. And I'm pretty sure Judge didn't steal 107 bases. He stole 60. What? Judge stole 60 bases? Smiley Face Jam was right the other night. The stolen bases in the base game are insane. Judge went 40-60. 10.5 WAR. Led the league in OPS. But Shohei takes the MVP for the Mariners. Any other Mariners get votes? Mookie Betts got 30 points worth of All-Star votes or MVP votes. But that's it. Bigger bags in the pitch clock. Let Judge steal 60. Maybe every time he was on base, the pitcher threw over twice and then had no chance. All right, I think we have enough information to do the pack giveaway. So let's go back to that. All right, let me resize some of the columns in the spreadsheet so we can do the pack giveaway. All right, let's see. I need to resize these a little bit more to hide the numerical guesses for now. Okay, here we go. Will this team finish with a 500 better record? Yes. For this particular game and this team, that's a pretty easy one. Not so easy if you're starting with the 2024 White Sox, though. That's why we keep the form the same. That's why it seems like a ridiculous question for this particular scenario, but it's a good question for if you're doing the 2024 White Sox. Will this team make it to the playoffs? They did. We'll see. Make this World Series. They did. We lost Dono and Clay Dog. Will see win the World Series. So he did not. So T. Davis still alive. Star still alive. That is it. Will a player on this team win the Cy Young Award? They did not. Will a player on this team win the MVP? Yes, Shohei won it. T. Davis, congratulations. You take the packs. 7. Star, you still get packed. You get 3. Congratulations on making it that far. Congratulations both of you. Now, just for fun, let's see. Oh, my screen isn't fitting in. Okay, I'm sorry. Let's see. My bad. My bad. Let me fix that. Especially now that we can go to numericals, I can definitely fix that. Yeah, no, DK, thank you for letting me know. I appreciate that. Okay, so now let's just put everyone back in and see who would have won the numerical tiebreak. How many regular season games? What was it? 114? 115. I think because of this afternoon's performance, no one guessed that high. Star closer to the 108. And we've been color coding these yellow just so it makes it easier to count them up. All right, highest WAR. I'm pretty sure that was going to be Shohei with a 10.9. Oh, Fine to be very close with the 11.1. Reb Jr. also close with the 11.3, but 11.1 by Flying WB is going to take that one. Nice guesses. Very nice. Regular season batting average for this team. Shohei with a 325. Star pretty close to the 328. 1 point closer than Flying WV. Yeah, I think it's Star. What was his defensive WAR? Is there an easy way to find that out? Let's see. If maybe under fielding stats. No DWAR there. Is it here? No, there's just regular WAR here. Star, do you know where we can find the DWAR? I thought it'd be under fielding stats. Expanded? Oh, wait, you know what? There might be another view here. Fielding stats here. No. Unless there's a second view under fielding. Okay, let's see. Shohei, fielding, view, expanded. I'm still not seeing DWAR. Actually, can we add it in? Oh, wait, you know what? Let's go back here. Under fielding. Maybe we can add it here if we customize. Fielding stats. Is there DWAR? I'm not seeing DWAR as an option, are you? That's interesting that it's not available. No, Star, now I'm curious too. It's a good question. How about under batting stat? I mean, I know it's not a batting stat, but yeah, that's interesting. They don't let you separate out DWAR. Oh wait, hold on. Oh, that's pitching stats. I was like, War, R War. Where's D War? Yeah, it does get added in, but it would be nice to be able to split it out. I know I did get a little overexcited. It's true. Okay, I guess it's just not available. That might be something to request in the forums. We know it's getting calculated because we've seen batters with tremendous seasons who were butchers in the field, and their WAR was definitely cut down because of it. All right. Next question. ERA leader with at least 100 innings pitched. That would be, let's see, Bizardo didn't have enough innings. He had a 1.99. Gilbert was the first one with 100 innings from the bottom up, 3.08. Oh my goodness, Leopard guessed it exactly. Nicely done. All right, home run leader. I think that was Shohei, right, with 48. Let me double check. Yeah, Shohei with 48. Reb Jr. guessed that one exactly. Nicely played. It's anyone's game right now. Strikeouts thrown. 270 by Glass now. Oh my god, Reb Jr. back to back exactly right answers. Unbelievable. Whoa. I feel like there should be a bonus point there. But there isn't. OPS. Alright. OPS leader sure to be Shohei. 1063. Clay Dog with a 1055 guess. Nicely done, Clay Dog. Alright, right now it's down to Star and Rev Jr. for our immaterial tiebreaker. Whip. Whip. Minimum 100 innings pitched. So Munoz is not eligible. That means, okay, we had two starters with a sub 1 whip. Brian Wu and Tyler Glasnow both with a .96. Holy cow, Clay Dog, .955 is a half point closer than Star with .95. Amazing. Clay Dog. The .955. Alright, so if it had gone to this tiebreak, I would have been having to give you guys one pack each. The 3 packs would have been split 3 ways. Nicely done, everybody. Good guessing. Yeah, if you had just put .95, you would have been in a tie. But that extra decimal really did it. Wow, you guys did a great job. That was a really fun tiebreak. Too bad we didn't need it. But T Vegas and Stars are the only two to guess that they would not win the World Series. So yeah, it goes to show how tough it is to win if you're the Mariners. All right, let's see. That was fun. That was fun. Let me see if I'm still alive in any of these late night tournaments that we can peek in on. I think I still have a team alive in that weekly. I haven't gotten a notification on. Or the Met. Yeah, well, the Mets don't even make it to the World Series, so. What's that? Oh, well, okay. Has Can't Sleep. There's a Friday tournament. Friday Night Live. I think I might still be alive in Friday Night Live. I got a notification that one of my teams got knocked out, but we can peek in and see if the other's still going. Okay, I'm up 3-0 in round one of Can't Sleep, Clown Will Eat Me. Oh, yeah, because I need to switch accounts, so I haven't put the game up yet, Clay Dog. But thanks for reminding me. I probably would have forgotten. Okay, the two teams I have in that tournament are. Oh, Fox Hills. Okay, Franchise Time Machine is in there, and. Lord of the Llamas. Okay, which notification was that I've been knocked out? Franchise Time Machine was knocked out, so the Lord of the Llamas might still be in. Let me log into that one and I'll put it up, and then we'll raid out of here. Oh, okay, that one must have gotten knocked out earlier. So yeah, we're out of both. Are there any fun late tournaments that might still be going on? Let's see. I didn't play in laps. I got knocked out. I Can't Sleep. Clown Will Eat Me. Oh, no. I'm still in it. That just started. I'm still in that one, but it's round one. Nope, I don't think there's anything I might still be in right now. Oh, Late Night Live Speed. I might still have a team in that. All right, the Grateful Dead balls. Yeah, I don't think they were in it when I looked. We'll take a quick peek, though. Nope, we're out of that one, too. All right, y'all. Let's find... Yeah, no, every once in a while, I don't have anything to show you guys because I got knocked out of everything. I'm glad that you think this is the rarity, Clay Dog, instead of the other way around. All right, let's see. Who's on that we might want to rate into? Oh, Baffle is on. Okay, first though, I feel like it's my duty to make sure no one's playing OOTP26 as an OOTP affiliate. Okay, yes, no one is playing, so I feel I am free to raid into Baffle. For those who don't know, Baffle99, great variety streamer, does usually play a lot of sports games, including college football, has started streaming OOTP occasionally as well, but does a lot of MLB The Show, which is what he's playing right now. Great streamer though, great fun vibe in his stream, and a really wonderful part of the OOTP community as well. So, so even when he's not streaming OOTP, we do like to raid into him if no one else is streaming OOTP. So let's say hi to him, and thanks for being here. Appreciate it. Thanks to Ezra Denny as always for the raid, and tomorrow night I will be back on at 10 p.m. Pacific time. Yeah, he does video editing for game shows, and it really shows in his production quality of his stream too. But you know, you can't replace the streamer, and he is a really fun streamer. So we'll see you in there. I'll be hanging out for a while I do some drafts. That was a good interview with him. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. You mean the one that he and Lap did with ORG Scintilla? Yeah. Yeah, so hope to see you all tomorrow night. It's a bit of a more chill stream because there's no Ezra before. Oh, not that? You'll have to tell me about that, maybe in Discord. I think because the raid's about... Wait, where'd the raid go? Did I cancel the raid by mistake? Or did I not do the raid? I think I did the shout out. Oh, I gave him a shout out. I forgot to raid him. and then I turned my monitor off. I never said I was good at streaming. I'm not good at OBS. I turned my own monitor off. It's one of those days. At least my kids' science fair project was not a total disaster. It was actually pretty good. It was actually fun watching them talk to people as they came up to their exhibit. We didn't get to see that during the preparation phase. All right, good night, everybody. Hope to see you tomorrow night. Oh,